Welcome, brave souls, to Ireland, a land steeped in history, legends, and chilling tales of the supernatural. As our drone soars high above Cork City, we find ourselves drawn to the imposing structure of St Anne's Mental Asylum, a stark reminder of a grim past. Its cold stone walls hold countless stories of torment and despair. Today, we embark on a journey through time and fear, exploring the top 10 most haunted places in Ireland. So sit back, switch off the lights, and prepare to be chilled to the bone as we delve into the eerie tales of spirits that refuse to rest. But beware, for some stories are not for the faint of heart. From the mournful wails of the Lady in White in St Anne's Asylum to the ghostly inhabitants of Leap Castle, each site carries its own unique tale of sorrow, mystery, and the supernatural. So join us, if you dare, as we take you on a journey that will leave you questioning the line between the living and the dead. Welcome to Ireland's haunted history. In the heart of Cork City lies the abandoned St Anne's Mental Asylum, a place that echoes with chilling tales of its past. Suspended in time, St Anne's whispers stories of a grim era, when understanding of mental health was limited and treatments were, by today's standards, cruel. The asylum, founded in the mid-19th century, was home to hundreds of patients, many of whom suffered greatly under the guise of medical care. Within its cold stone walls, treatments ranged from the mundane to the horrifying. Isolation was common, with patients left alone in their despair for hours, even days. And then there were the procedures, barbaric by any measure: lobotomies, electroconvulsive therapy, and the infamous hydrotherapy, a method of submerging patients in icy water as a form of shock treatment. The asylum was a place of despair and sorrow, a place where many entered but few left. It's said that the echoes of their suffering still reverberate through the halls, heard as disembodied voices and seen as spectral apparitions. Visitors report hearing hushed whispers, cries in the darkness, and footsteps echoing down empty corridors. Some even claim to have seen the phantoms of patients forever trapped in their eternal purgatory. The most notorious apparition is that of a young woman known only as the Lady in White. Her cries are said to be the most chilling, a mournful wail that pierces the silence of the night. Her story, like many others, is lost to time, but her presence is a haunting reminder of the suffering endured within the asylum's walls. Despite its dark history, or perhaps because of it, St Anne's Mental Asylum draws the curious and the brave. Those who dare to tread its haunted halls often leave with tales of eerie encounters and a sense of unease that lingers long after they've left the grounds. Dare to visit, and you might just hear the cries of patients long gone, still trapped within these walls. Moving to the eastern shores, we find Loftus Hall, a place that breathes a story of a devil's visit and a haunted young woman. The tale tells of a stranger who sought shelter one stormy night. This mysterious guest was invited to play cards with the young mistress of the house, Anne Tottenham. As the game progressed, Anne dropped a card and bent down to retrieve it, only to witness the stranger's cloven hooves. Realizing she was playing cards with the devil himself, Anne screamed, causing the stranger to vanish through the roof in a blaze of flame. Anne was left distraught, her spirit unsettled. She was confined to her favourite room, where she passed away a few years later. But it seems Anne never really left Loftus Hall. Many visitors and residents alike have reported sightings of a ghostly figure, believed to be Anne, wandering the hallways. A chilling reminder that sometimes evil does come knocking at your door. In County Cork, the Charles Fort stands as a silent witness to centuries of bloodshed, and perhaps it's not as silent as we think. This star-shaped military bastion, built in the late 17th century, has been the epicenter of many bloody battles and untimely deaths. Among the spectral inhabitants, the infamous White Lady stands out. The tale spun around her is as tragic as it is eerie. She was a young bride, newly wedded to a soldier stationed at the fort. Her life was cut short when she fell, or was she pushed, from the fort's towering walls on her wedding night. Her spectral figure, clad in a flowing white gown, has been sighted wandering the fort's ramparts and corridors. Some say she is searching for her husband. Others believe she is seeking justice for her untimely demise. To this day, the White Lady continues her eternal search, perhaps for her lost love, or perhaps for her own redemption. In the heart of Ireland, Charleville Castle hides a sorrowful tale of a little girl whose life was cut tragically short. This is the tale of Harriet, the young daughter of the 3rd Earl of Charleville. In the early 19th century, Harriet met her untimely end in a heart-rending accident, falling down the grand staircase of the castle. Since then, many have reported encounters with her innocent spirit. Visitors and staff alike recount hearing the eerie sound of a child's laughter echoing in the corridors, or the pitter-patter of small footsteps running up and down the stairs. Some even claim to have seen a small figure in Victorian clothing, believed to be Harriet, playing hide-and-seek in the castle's many rooms. These sightings have made Charleville Castle a magnet for paranormal enthusiasts and a chilling testament to the castle's tragic past. Her laughter echoes in the castle, a chilling reminder of a life lost too soon. In the wilds of County Donegal, the Drumbeg Manor sits, its history seeping into the very soil, a history that refuses to remain buried. This stately home, shrouded in mystery and enigma, has witnessed centuries pass by, each leaving its own spectral imprint. Visitors and locals alike have reported an eerie sense of being watched, as if the manor's long-deceased inhabitants still roam its halls. The quiet of the night is often broken by unexplained noises, whispers from the past that echo through the centuries. The chilling reports of apparitions only add to the manor's haunted reputation. Shadowy figures that appear and vanish, leaving behind a chill that transcends the physical. Drumbeg Manor's haunting presence is not just confined to its imposing structure, but it permeates the very air around it, painting an uncanny landscape that is both compelling and unsettling. For those who dare, Drumbeg Manor awaits, ready to share its haunting tales. In County Carlow, the ruins of Duckett's Grove stand, haunted by a banshee ghost, its mournful cry echoing through the night. This spectral figure is deeply woven into Irish folklore, a harbinger of death, whose wails are a chilling prelude to impending doom. The banshee at Duckett's Grove is no exception. Visitors report hearing the eerie, blood-curdling cries resonating from the ruins, an unsettling soundtrack to this spectral haunt. Paranormal investigators have been drawn to Duckett's Grove, their interest piqued by the tales of its resident banshee. Even the Sci-Fi Network conducted an investigation, their findings only heightening the mystery and adding another layer to the legends. Many have tried to debunk the claims, yet the stories persist, each new sighting a fresh thread in the tapestry of Duckett's Grove's haunted history. Whether myth or reality, the banshee's cry continues to haunt the ruins, a chilling testament to Ireland's rich folklore. Ending our journey in County Offaly, Leap Castle stands as Ireland's most haunted castle, its halls echoing with tales of treachery and death. Leap Castle has a history steeped in bloodshed and betrayal. It was a fortress, a battleground and a home, but above all, it was a stage for human drama and tragedy. Its stone walls bear silent witness to 1,000 years of family feuds, power struggles and brutal deaths. At the heart of these chilling tales is the infamous Bloody Chapel. This sacred room has seen its fair share of sacrilege, the most notorious of which is the brutal murder of a priest by his own brother in the middle of a mass. They say the priest's spirit, known as the Bloody Priest, still haunts the chapel, forever trapped in his moment of betrayal. But the Bloody Priest is not the only spectre that roams the corridors of Leap Castle. Numerous apparitions have been reported over the centuries, each with its own spine-chilling narrative. One such apparition is the Red Lady. She is often seen clutching a dagger, her face twisted in an eternal expression of rage and despair. Legend has it that she was a captive in the castle, forced to bear a child only to have it cruelly taken from her. Overwhelmed by grief, she took her own life. Her spectral figure is said to wander the castle, her mournful gaze forever searching for her lost child. Then there are the unseen entities, the ones that make themselves known through eerie sounds and bone-chilling sensations. Whispered conversations in empty rooms, soft sobbing echoing through the halls, sudden drops in temperature, and the feeling of being watched. These are the unseen residents of Leap Castle, making their presence felt in the most unsettling ways. Leap Castle, a place where the past refuses to die, where echoes of a bloody history continue to haunt the present day. From the chilling cries of a banshee to the ghostly figures wandering ancient castles, Ireland's haunted locations offer a spine-tingling journey into the unknown. We've journeyed through the eerie corridors of St Anne's Asylum in Cork, where whispers of its dark past still echo. We've tread the hallowed halls of Loftus Hall and Charles Fort, each with its own spectral inhabitants. We've dared to explore the child-haunted Charleville Castle and the ominous Drumbeg Manor. We've heard the haunting wail of the Banshee at Duckett's Grove and experienced the ghostly presence in Leap Castle. Each location, a chilling testament to Ireland's haunted history, each story a thread in the intricate tapestry of Celtic folklore. Whether it's the wails of the lost, the lingering presence of the departed, or the chilling tales of apparitions, Ireland's haunted locations hold a macabre allure. Are these just stories or echoes of a haunted past? Only a visit to these infamous locations can offer the answer.